and Nyob to each and every one of you. In today's video, I wanted to show you how to make a very classic Hmong style soup that we love to make all year round, but especially during the fall, winter, and New Year season, you'll typically find a lot of Hmong people making this soup, or whenever you're feeling a little bit under the weather, this soup is amazing for it as well. So I'm going to be showing you how to make boiled chicken with tofu soup. In the Hmong Lane dialect, we like to call this Nqaj Qab Hau, which basically translates to as chicken boiled with tofu. This soup is very easy to make. It doesn't take a lot of ingredients, but it is super comforting and very soothing, and just very delicious to eat in the cold weather. So I hope you can give this recipe a try. Other than that, let's just get straight to it and I will show you how to make it. Let's go. So the first thing you want to do is to take care of the chicken. So here I'm actually going to be using a brown hen that I bought from my local Asian grocery store. I usually buy one, take it out and thaw it, and then give it a really good rinse and trim off any excess fat. And I also like to take off the head, and then it is ready to be cut into bite-sized pieces. So on a really thick cutting board and a really sharp knife, we're just going to cut the chicken into bite-sized pieces for soup. If you want to see a full video of how to cut the chicken for soup, I do have a video of my dad showing you how to do it, so I'll put the link down below. And this is what the chicken should look like. So we're going to set the chicken aside while we take care of the other ingredients. The next thing we're going to do is to cut the tofu. So here I actually made some tofu this morning and I made it into an extra firm texture. So I especially love using fresh homemade tofu for the soup. It just tastes so much better. But you could definitely just buy the store-bought ones. I do like to use extra firm tofu so it holds up its shape while it boils in the broth. And if you're interested in making your own homemade tofu, I do have a video on how to make that as well. So I'll put the link down below for those who are interested. So I'm using about roughly 28 ounces of extra firm tofu. Go ahead and cut it into bite-sized pieces. Just like this. And that's pretty much it for the hard part. I have the chicken that's nice and cut here, the tofu that's cut into bite-sized pieces here. I'm also adding 2 lemongrass leaf bundle here. And for seasoning, it's pretty basic, just some salt and chicken bouillon powder. So in a pot, I'm going to add in some water and bring it to a boil. This is roughly around 12 cups of water. Once it starts boiling, we are going to add in all of the chicken. And go ahead and season it with the salt and chicken bouillon powder. Give it a good mix. And as it starts to simmer, go ahead and skim out any excess fat and residue that you don't want. And let it come to a boil for at least 20 to 25 minutes or until the chicken is nice and fully cooked. And then add in all of the tofu. And the lemongrass. Give this a really good stir and let this come to a nice simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes to warm up the tofu. And the soup is pretty much done. Go ahead and taste it for seasoning and then we are ready to serve. And this is it for the chicken and tofu soup. It's very simple, but very comforting and amazing, especially during the cold season. Now to enjoy this soup, I love eating it with some fresh steamed rice and your favorite pepper dip. For this soup specifically, I love enjoying it with some fresh mint and cilantro pepper dip here. The tofu works really well with all the aromatics in here, but you could definitely just make your own favorite pepper dip for this as well. And enjoy it with some fresh steamed rice. So for me, I love to add a little bit of rice into the broth and eat it just like this, but you could definitely just have the rice on the side as well. Other than that, enjoy it as it is. It's a very simple and easy soup to make, but very comforting and very wholesome. Until then, I hope you give this recipe a try and I will see you in my next video.